Hi, I'm Scott from the YouTube channel Saline Scott. I am blessed to live in Knoxville, Tennessee, where I am surrounded by many places to hike and backpack. Be sure to go over and check out my channel. But in the meantime, let's get back to Jim and Jeremy, because you're watching Trails We Hike.
Welcome to another episode of Trails We Hike. Today we'll visit a few waterfalls as we make our way around the Berry Creek Loop in California's oldest state park, Big Basin.
All right. As always, we're here. So we're gonna head out to Berry Creek Falls today, as we've probably already pointed out. So a couple of different ways you can go, but we're gonna set out on this yellow trail here. And you can see there's a few different ones, different colors. We're gonna set on the yellow on the Sunset Trail. We're gonna hit it counterclockwise till we get to the Berry Creek Falls. Then head on down to Skyline to Sea Trail, and then loop it on back. This meeting will come to order.
Today we're hiking the Berry Creek Loop, a 10-mile hike with over 2,000 feet of elevation gain under a redwood rainforest canopy.
Alright, let's find out where we're going.
We'll start out in the parking lot of Big Basin headquarters and follow the Sunset Trail west for about 5 miles before turning south onto the Berry Creek Falls Trail. We'll pass the Golden Cascade and Silver Waterfalls before arriving at the 65-foot tall Berry Creek Falls.
That's where we wanted to go. I don't think they're letting us. Follow detour. Looks like we hit our next leg of our detour here. Just gonna drop back down there.
That wasn't bad at all.
No. Okay. I think we're finally off the detour. Yeah, there we go.
100 feet away.
100 feet. That's good. All right. Back on Sunset now. Here we go. This canopy is awesome. It's going to be about 95 to 100 degrees throughout the bay today, so go redwoods. As Jeremy mentioned earlier, Big Basin State Park is California's first state park, established in 1902. Preserving roughly 18,000 acres of land, there are over 80 miles of hiking trails weaving their way around first and second generation redwoods, and eventually winding down to sea level at Waddell Beach. Some of the old growth redwoods are 1,000 to 2,000 years old and are up to 50 feet in diameter. It also contains some connector trails allowing you to start in Castle Rock State Park, hike into Big Basin, and continue on all the way to Butano State Park and Pescadero, another redwood sanctuary just up the coast. Got a shelter right there. Didn't have to do anything. This is awesome.
You can spot your typical woodland wildlife in Big Basin, but being a rainforest, there are also plenty of reptiles. There's the California giant salamander, red-legged frog, and newt, to name a few. And of course, the pride of UC Santa Cruz, the banana slug.
So different out here. Yeah, it's like one of the few, or maybe only, areas where you're exposed on this hike. You come out to that canopy, come out here, kind of lose the redwoods, get some more of this sandstone. But not for long. We'll be back in. Wow, this is cool. So, we were on Sunset, well, we were on it, off it, and then back on it. Now we're leaving it, going to the Berry Creek Falls Trail. And then we'll hook up with the Skyline to Sea on the way out after lunch. So let's do it. Let's check these falls out.
Once we reached Gold and Silver Falls, we filled up our water bottles and got ready for a hot lunch.
Berry Creek Falls. Now we're in Endor.
As we approach Berry Creek Falls, we start to tie a bow around this episode. If you noticed, we did have full packs on as we were training for our Yosemite backcountry trip, which was incredible. Our first episode of that series will be out in 2 weeks, so be sure to turn on notifications to not miss it. Leave any questions or comments below, and, as always, if you haven't already, click subscribe to follow along with us on the trails we hike.